Hello and welcome to another edition of the People's Lawyer channel. And today we're embarking on a series which is protecting our children from tyranny. And today's part one, which is saving our boys and girls from medical intervention. We're going to ask ourselves three questions. How can we protect our boys and girls from unwanted medical intervention at school? That's question one. Question two, what is the problem in legal terms when we keep boys and girls in school? And question three, what is the danger in practice in the current climate of global medical intervention? So question one is, how can we best protect our boys and girls from unwanted medical intervention at school? Well, the answer is very straightforward. You simply deregister them and keep them at home to educate them at home. Now, what I have is an extract taken from the book, School No Place for Children, which is a template or sample letter of deregistration. Dear Head, I'm writing to inform you that I or we have decided to withdraw my or our son or daughter from school in order to take personal responsibility for his or her education. Please delete his or her name from the register in accordance with Education Pupil Registration Regulations 8 brackets 1 brackets D 2006, as he or she is now receiving education otherwise than at school as laid down by and in full accord with Section 7 of the Education Act 1996. Now, this serves as notice to the school that you are going private. Basically, you're going to keep your boy or girl at home and educate the boy or girl in a way that is, even in their system, perfectly legal under Section 7 of the Education Act 1996. Question two, what is the problem in legal terms when we keep boys and girls in school? Well, the problem starts at birth. When a mother or father registers the birth of their child, the government creates a birth certificate. And that birth certificate then creates the person in a process which I won't go into now. What that in effect means is that the baby born a boy or girl in the legal system becomes a person when the given name, the Christian name, is annexed or adjoined or appended to the surname, to the family name, which creates a legal name. And under the principle of whatever I create, I own, since the legal name is created by the government, which becomes the person, the government own the legal name and therefore they own the person. When that young person is registered as a child in school, well, the school being an agent of the government, in effect, the school owns the child. Now, it doesn't own the boy or the girl, and this is something that we explore in the privacy course that I run online, but it does own and control the child, which is a name on a piece of paper, which gives the government the right to use and abuse, like any property. However, since we're talking about the age of interventions, injections, the school will still need consent because it's a medical intervention which requires consent. That consent is normally given by a parent, but if you're watching this video, you're concerned about medical intervention and you're not giving your consent. But there's a problem, and we're going to address that in the answer to question three. What is the danger in practice? Well, all the school needs is the consent of the boy or girl. Now, if the child is over the age of 16, they can give their consent freely. They are deemed to have capacity. If they're under the age of 16, then they can consent to their own treatment if they're believed to have enough intelligence, competence, and understanding to fully appreciate what is involved in their treatment. This is known as being Gillick competent, or the Gillick competence. There is a rumor that the age of consent might be reduced towards the age of 12 for schools. Currently, it's believed that the age of about 14 gives Gillick competency. So the danger is that the child, even if you're not consenting as a parent and your child agrees with you, the pressure brought to bear on children in schools now, peer group pressure, all their peer group would have been jabbed, and the teachers would find some reason to say, go on, it will help the cause, it will help the school cause. In other words, there's coercive strategies, even some form of emotional blackmail. So the danger there is that the child does actually consent before they realize what day it is. If all the other children show their arms and say, we've consented, what's your problem? Then it's going to be very difficult for the child not to consent. So this is the danger. And there isn't really a cure, because once the child has consented, then the jab has gone into the arm, the contents have been spilled into the blood, and it's too late. So rather than cure that problem, which is very difficult to cure, the best prevention is to deregister and home educate. Now, in the next video, part 2, we'll look at the implications of home education, and in particular, ask the question, what if home education is made illegal? Thank you very much for listening and watching, and we'll see you soon. Bye for now.